In modern warfare, survival is just as important as firepower, and few vehicles embody that reality better than the Cougar MRAP. Designed for battlefields where the ground itself can be the deadliest weapon, the Cougar mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicle was built with one core mission in mind: keep its crew alive against mines, IEDs, and ambushes. This vehicle is not about speed records or flashy looks, it's about coming back alive when everything goes wrong. The Cougar MRAP emerged from a harsh lesson learned during conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, where improvised explosive devices became the weapon of choice for insurgents. Traditional armored vehicles and lightly protected trucks were vulnerable to underbody blasts, leading to devastating casualties. The answer was a new generation of vehicles built from the ground up to counter mines and roadside bombs, and the Cougar became one of the most important pioneers of that solution. At first glance, the Cougar looks tall, heavy, and intimidating. That height is not an accident. One of its most defining features is its V-shaped hull, a design that fundamentally changes how blast energy behaves. Instead of an explosion traveling straight up into the crew compartment, the angled hull deflects the blast outward, away from the occupants. This single design choice has saved countless lives and became a standard for MRAP vehicles worldwide. The Cougar MRAP was developed by Force Protection Incorporated, a company that specialized in survivability-focused designs. It was offered in both 4x4 and 6x6 configurations, allowing it to adapt to different mission profiles. The 4x4 version was typically used for patrol and convoy escort missions, while the larger 6x6 variant provided greater troop capacity and payload, making it suitable for logistics, command roles, and specialized tasks. Armor protection on the Cougar goes far beyond simple steel plating. The vehicle is designed to withstand heavy small arms fire, fragments from artillery shells, and, most importantly, massive underbody explosions. The crew compartment is essentially a survivability capsule, reinforced and isolated from the rest of the vehicle to reduce the transfer of blast energy. Even the seats are blast attenuating, suspended from the roof or sides rather than bolted directly to the floor, minimizing the risk of spinal injuries during explosions. Mobility is another crucial aspect of the Cougar's design. Despite its weight, which can exceed 17 tons depending on configuration, the vehicle remains surprisingly capable off-road. A powerful diesel engine provides the torque needed to move through rough terrain, while its high ground clearance allows it to pass over obstacles that would stop conventional vehicles. Central tire inflation systems let the crew adjust tire pressure on the move, optimizing traction for sand, mud, or rocky ground. Inside the Cougar, practicality takes priority over comfort, but the layout is designed with long missions in mind. The driver and commander sit high, with large armored windows providing excellent situational awareness. Troops in the rear are seated along the sides, fully equipped and ready to dismount quickly. Communication systems, weapon mounts, and electronic countermeasure equipment can be integrated depending on mission requirements, turning the Cougar into a mobile command node or patrol platform. Weaponry on the Cougar is modular. Typically, it is fitted with a roof-mounted machine gun, such as a 7.62 mm or .50 caliber, or even a grenade launcher. Many variants use a protected gunner's turret or remote weapon station, allowing the gunner to engage threats without exposing themselves to enemy fire. This combination of protection and firepower makes the Cougar particularly effective in convoy escort roles, where it must respond instantly to ambushes. One of the most impressive aspects of the Cougar MRAP is its real-world combat record. During its deployment in Iraq and Afghanistan, it proved its worth time and time again. Numerous after-action reports highlighted incidents where Cougars absorbed devastating blasts that would have destroyed lighter vehicles, yet the crew survived with minimal injuries. These stories quickly built confidence among troops, and for many soldiers, riding in a Cougar meant a significantly higher chance of making it home. The psychological impact of that survivability cannot be overstated. When troops trust their vehicle, they operate more effectively. The Cougar became more than just a transport, it was a shield on wheels. In areas heavily seeded with IEDs, Cougar MRAPs often led convoys, acting as the first line of defense against hidden threats. Their presence alone altered enemy tactics, forcing adversaries to use larger and more complex explosives, which were harder to deploy undetected. Of course, the Cougar is not without limitations. Its size and weight make it less agile in tight urban environments, and its tall profile can be a disadvantage in certain combat scenarios. Fuel consumption is high, and maintenance can be demanding, especially in harsh environments. However, these trade-offs are generally accepted when weighed against the level of protection it provides. In the calculus of modern warfare, survivability often outweighs speed and stealth. Beyond the United States, the Cougar MRAP has been adopted by numerous countries around the world. Allied forces recognized its effectiveness and integrated it into their own operations, from peacekeeping missions to counterinsurgency operations. Some nations continue to use upgraded versions today, proving the enduring relevance of the Cougar's core design philosophy. The legacy of the Cougar MRAP extends beyond the vehicle itself. It influenced an entire generation of armored vehicle development. Many modern armored personnel carriers and patrol vehicles now incorporate MRAP-style hulls and blast mitigation features, even when they are lighter or more mobile. In this sense, the Cougar helped redefine what standard protection means on the battlefield. As warfare continues to evolve, threats will change, but the lessons learned from vehicles like the Cougar remain critical. Mines and IEDs are cheap, effective, and difficult to counter completely, ensuring they will remain a threat in future conflicts. The Cougar MRAP stands as a reminder that smart engineering and a focus on human survivability can dramatically shift the balance in favor of those inside the vehicle. In the end, the Cougar MRAP is not just a heavy mine-resistant vehicle, it is a symbol of adaptation under pressure. Born from necessity and refined through combat, it represents a turning point in how militaries protect their personnel. While newer platforms may eventually replace it, the Cougar's impact on modern armored warfare is permanent. For the soldiers who trusted it with their lives, the Cougar was more than steel and armor, it was the difference between life and death, rolling forward through some of the most dangerous roads on Earth.